Hey, what's up, everybody? So I want to show you guys my tire road service truck. Typically, just do big rig tires with. Got my ramps here. I got my 22-ton jack stands. I have two more, but usually, if I need more, I'll load them up. But for the most part, I use those two only. And then my cheetah, just in case tires are not catching air. Trusty sledgehammer to break the beads of the tires with this bead breaker here. It's all beat up. Got another sledge here, the Ken tool. And then a rim protector. That yellow thing right there is the rim protector. When I'm removing the flange nuts to protect the wheel from the socket, so it doesn't get scratched up. I love using this spoon right here. These tire irons when removing tires. Those two. My 20-ton bottle jacks. Your tire cage, so tires don't explode on you. This is my Camel Husfield air compressor. Engine size is a 5.5. It's a 20-gallon. I know, a lot of road service guys use bigger, but this one works out for me, man. It's worked out for me. It's reliable. It just keeps on going. Got my 2 3/8 air hoses and then 2 1/2 air hose to use with the gun. The 1-inch impact gun right there that you see, Ingersoll Rand. Everything else, I use a 3/8 hose. We got some SAE weight 30 oil for the flange nuts, so they can rotate. So the washer that's connected onto it can rotate properly. Can't never have enough lube. That's for, looking for, let's say, nails or air punctures in the tires. Also, removing the tires, I use just soapy water. Vacuum for patchwork. Remove the buffing dust. Got my wheel chocks there. And then this is the mounting lube that I use. The swab. Show you guys the inside real quick. That's the mounting lube. Okay, and then we got 1/2-inch Ingersoll Rand. And then an air hammer, Ingersoll Rand also. Just, sometimes the tire valves get stuck, the metal ones, so you bust them out with that. And the Sunex air drill for patchwork. More lube. And this tool here is so you don't, when removing tires with the tire irons, let's say on nice wheels, you can put that there so you won't mess it up. I don't use it much because, you take your time, you're not going to scratch the wheels. Or you could also use a rag. This tool here, really cool to have. It's called a nut buddy. And it like, let's say a lot of some tire guys don't use torque wrenches to torque up the lug nuts when they're done. They just jam it in there with the 1-inch impact gun. and they over torque it. So when they do over torque it, and you're having a hard time taking out the lug nuts with your impact, you can use that instead of putting a torch to it or whatever. That one helps out a lot. A lot of torque to remove the stuck flange nuts. Got my lights right here. They're all busted up. They still work, just in case I got a night service. Our air regulator. My air compressor tops out at 150, and so it cuts out at 150, and then it cuts back in at 125, and then that's where I connect my air hoses. Like I said, it's a 5.5, but it starts recharging the air pretty fast, so I have no complaints. Got our 1-inch torque wrench. I think the max torque is 750 foot-pounds, but usually just set it at 500 foot-pounds of torque. 1-inch extension. Really good tool to have. You don't want that wheel coming off. Here you got some extra valve cores, caps, earplugs for safety, patches, a little bit bigger than just a regular passenger patches. These here for the stud piloted nuts and caps, just in case they're stuck. They keep on rotating. This will help you to remove the cap. This holds the bead in place, the tire bead, and then you got your inner liner sealer. This is all chemicals for patching, cement. Got some plugs in here, 1/4 inch, and then the 3/8. 3/8 is the max you can go on big rigs. So I mostly just use the 3/8. Got your TR 572 valves, and then the 509s and the 545. For your steel and Alcoas, the nice ones. And your cap nuts and studs. These are right-handed threads. They have both right and left. Your flange nut tells you the torque. And this is the left-hand thread. And then your wheel weight removal tool. This right here is to remove the caps, the nice caps that they put on the flange nuts. And then this tool right here is pretty cool. It's to center your the steer wheels when you're putting them back on the vehicle. So you put those pins in there, and it centers the rim on the hub. A lot of times you don't use that, and a customer will have a vibration, let's say, a vibration complaint. A lot of impacts here, impact sockets. The typical ones you're going to be using are 33 for your flange nuts, 1 1/2 for your stud. That's for the inner stud, the inner part. Another 33. As you can see, they get busted up pretty quick. And then this is for your Isuzu ones. I got a new one. Still haven't used it. The 1 1/2 for the outer cap nut. You could also use it for the inner. Your 33. Extra patches up there on top. This is for your studs. Your studs and then your cap nut if it gets stuck up in there. Removes it. Then you got your vice grips, Allen wrenches, crescent wrench. Then the file. So you can take, sometimes the rims have, pieces of metal on there that are kind of sticking out, so you file it down. Your valve core tools, your air chucks, your gauges, air gauges, a valve core torque tool. These are pretty cool. These are take off the valve nuts. So this is a 5/8, 9/16, and your 3/4. Pretty cool tools. And then these are your torque, 9/16 and 5/8 for the valve nuts. And then for the 3/4, which is the TR509 valve nut, I use the 1/4-inch torque ratchet. Sorry. And then for patching, your tire buffer with your buffing cone, some pliers, the 3/8 carbide cutter. These are for the tire plugs, and then your 1/4-inch carbide cutter with your brush, a scraper when you're cleaning the injury, an extra buffing cone, and then your knife and your stitcher, and your crayons. And for the most part, this is all the stuff I typically use. And then, again, it's just for tire service. The vacuum there. Show you guys the side view of the truck. Got our Milwaukee, our 1/2-inch. Just our basic tools right there. The battery for the lights. I don't have it connected all the time. But, when I need it, I connect it. Doesn't drain the battery quick at all. The connections for it. Plus, I use that battery just in case the other battery messes up. Got some extra, just parts for the truck, just in case, it messes up on the road. Hoses, belts. You guys saw spark plug wires. recently a belt messed up on me on the road, so luckily I had an extra one in there. Cool it. So for the most part, that's it, guys. Yeah, like I said, this is all just for tire service. Big rig tire service. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.